do you feel?
I feel magical right now in the studio.
I feel good. This is an incredible room.
I feel calm, I would say. I'm like calm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Looking at the camera?
Yep.
There, okay.
My name is Stephen Riley. I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I've been listening to Sigur Ros for...
You know, you would expect no less from Sigur Ros. Everything they do is wonderful and unique. So it was a great idea to have these folks come in and share their experience of the band. And everybody had a personal story, you know, and that's what music does. Everybody has a personal connection to the sound, you know, and this particular sound Sigur Ros makes that connects with people in a certain way. And we got to see them tell us that. And then we got to see them experience it when they were listening, you know, having heard everybody's stories and then seeing their faces and seeing their reactions as they listened. You know, we could see their stories because of the music, and it was quite beautiful. It was shot so nicely, like everybody was so beautiful, you know, just in the way the faces were captured and their experience and their emotion. My favorite shot was this one lady who, she had a tear running down her cheek and she looks right in the camera and smiles, you know, that's human experience, you know, right there. There's pain and then there's always joy. And, you know, you get that from the music, and particularly from this song, you know, there's quite a melancholy to it, but it's quite beautiful. But also there's this uprising of hope in the song, you know, that is just very beautiful and very inspiring. You know, so great job on this. You know, it was the song itself, beautifully written, wonderfully produced, wonderfully performed. And, you know, the piece as filmed, directed, edited, photographed beautifully. Everybody did such a great job telling their story. Everybody was just so real.
I'm a big fan of Sigur Ros's music myself. And this just brought tears to my eyes. It really highlighted that deep emotional impact that music can have on a life, how it can be this pivotal safe space and refuge to create meaning in a life, and also a soundtrack to the big moments that you will never forget, that sensory experience that just connects you so deeply to something, and also to be that space of cathartic release. And we got to see so much of that, and it was really emotional. It definitely made me cry, and I was watching in public, so that's how you know it really gets to me. I thought the diversity of stories and experiences shared was lovely, and getting to experience this with the song with these individuals felt so vulnerable and felt like a privilege for me to be a part of that with them, and to witness a pivotal moment in their journey. Yeah, there's something really sacred about this.
They're individual stories that are so deeply personal, but it also shows their love and their connection to this group. It's a group I had never heard of. Their music's actually quite beautiful since they played a sample in the film, this new song. But to hear their fans' stories about how they were connected despite very, very different stories and backgrounds, how it kind of feels like a community where they each have a connection more than I just heard the song and I liked it. And I heard the music. There's a deep connection to it that is very human and very personal. And it's one that it was amazing to hear, because usually with fans, you're like, okay, you like it because you like them, there's something about it. But to hear the deep stories behind it made it so much more magical, a little bit, just a little bit, and then leading up to hearing the song, which was beautiful itself, you could see why there's such a human devotion to these people, to this group.
This band is so authentic and evocative, and this film, they are brilliantly capturing the avalanche of emotions that this music can cause. And they chose these people that that made or give a specific meaning to Sigur Ros's music, and it was beautiful. They mentioned the word sacred, and yes, I think that sacred comes to mind, but also spirituality and connection to the source, whatever that is, the important things, and how most of them had just this heartbreaking look, and some of them cry a bit, and some of them just wallow in the sadness or happiness. I'm not sure. It was just beautiful, and kudos to the people that shared their stories behind the music.
So I feel like this one is touching, it's heartwarming, and it's good to see like how like different kind of like stories in their life could be like, could be like directed like in the same place like through the music. So it shows like such a strong power of like good music and how it convey us emotionally.
I loved the structure of the film, getting to see such a diverse group of people in a studio being very immersed in the sounds. I love the close-ups of the faces in white light, seeing the raw emotional reactions to it, joy and even tears. It was fun to hear the various stories from people and their reactions. The love of the music even bonded some people together. It was also wonderful to hear the sounds of the band as a viewer.